It's Forms of Faith, and I'm back with another dream.
And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith God, I will pour out of my Spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams.
I woke up around 9:46. It's now 9:24. It had multiple parts to it. It started out with this couple. I was somewhere in New York. And it was this man and this woman. You could tell they were husband and wife. And they had like this apartment. And it was a little small apartment. And they were coming in. It's like as if it could have been someone's birthday or something like that, because it looked like the wife was carrying a cake through the door. But it's as if they had went to visit like a aunt of theirs, like a great aunt or whatever. And it's like when we got there, I ended up knowing her. And I remember she had even told me like how my mom was crazy about her when she was younger, and how my mom used to always sit at her legs and all that type of stuff. And I was just like, okay, like I don't really know who you are, but I think I remember, but I don't remember. But, I just went along with it and, was like, hey, how are you? And all that type of stuff, and gave her a hug and all that good stuff. And I watched like the house that she had was like really little. And this was really weird because I was like, what? Like, but these was the segments my dream kept jumping to. And then we get to like this massive castle. And it's like extremely huge. And there's like these Greek statues everywhere. And it's as if, I want to say, they came alive. But it was this one that was a massive giant. It was as tall as like the entryway of the building. Like as tall as the height as the ceiling. And they were tall. And it was, this part was just so off because there was so much perversion in it. It's as if like when this giant statue came alive, it was trying to mate. And it did end up mating with someone who was there. Very disturbing. Then the dream switched to me being home. And when I was home, it's as if I was in my room, but it felt very eerie there. It felt very, very eerie, as if the house was open to like as if it was open to like visibility of not just seeing flesh but spirit as well. And I began to like have this sense. I don't remember where it came from or how, but I knew that the devil was there. Not no demon, not no nothing like that. It was the devil himself, and he was clothed as a man. And I remember going outside my room, and I seen that my mom was laid down sleeping in her bed. She had white on white, and she had her back turned towards the door with her face towards my room way. And I remember looking through the door, and I seen my dad. And it's as if this aura was on my dad. And when I tried to talk to him, he just got real vicious and volatile. And he began to come towards the door. And I was like, I knew it. I knew like that presence and that sense was on you. And I fought him off from the door. Even though he was saying all type of god-awful things, I fought him off at the door. And my mom was still just there laying sleeping. And I got back to my room and I tried to ward him off. But then it was this same male image that the devil was still in. And he came to the window that used to be in my room that faced the neighbor's house. And he peeped through it. And he was trying to get in and at me. And I just knew I was on my own. It's as if I pulled the bed in front of the door, but that wasn't going to work. And I knew I needed to get somewhere, like, you know, I knew I needed to get somewhere, not safe, but not to a church, but I just know I needed to get somewhere, and I don't know where. But if I got there, I know I was going to be fine. But he got upset because I began to worship, and I just began to pray, and I began to call upon the Lord, and I began to, you know, thank God for giving his angels charge and for them to come in place to ward him off. But it's as if I was tussling with him myself. And I want to say, when I went with that couple in New York, I began to have these flashes as I was in the room wrestling with with the devil. I began to see it's like people was trying to, it's like people was praying to send him my way, like to send the enemy my way to confuse me and for him to come after me himself. And it's like I seen these people around like a campfire, and they was praying against me, and they were praying to the devil against me, and they was trying to wish all this bad stuff on me. And it's as if it gave me strength to continue to pray for the Lord to begin to work on my behalf. And he did. It's like I got the strength to leave the house. I got the strength to leave the house. And when I did leave the house and I made it outside, I began to see a league of people. Like literally, it probably had to be like a school bus of people. And they were like different people. Some were in flannel shirts. Some looked at like, you know, homeless people on the street. Some looked at regular. And I even seen one that looked like a bear. But then as he was walking, I began to see him transform. And I knew automatically that they were angels. And they were coming to war because they heard my cry. And it's as if I tried to get out of the house, but he kept coming after me. And it's like I went to go and get my mom, because it's like I was going to protect her, like, because I knew that she was left in the house even when I seen the angels. And when I began to see the angels, they were looking up to the sky as if like it was downloading in them the message, or I'm not sure how, but that's exactly what happened. I'm so taken back by this. I'm totally on edge, and I'm just thanking God for the understanding of this dream and the interpretation. That's my dream for today, Sunday, May 14th.
Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path. Thy word is very pure, therefore thy servant loveth it. Thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee. This is my comfort in my affliction, for thy word hath quickened me. Let, I pray thee, thy merciful kindness be for my comfort, according to thy word unto thy servant. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. Faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.